based on what age they lost their virginity, you could tell how more popular they was at that time. Because women always wanted the guys that were more popular. And the sad part is people say, oh, you compare it to high school. Women still think like high school. They still want the popular guys. That's the problem. And the sad part is most women want them same guys. So it's like, what do you do different that will stand out above this one? What do you do? He has the options now. He's built his character. He's built himself up. He has the choice of what he wants now.
I think there's certain women that want those guys still. I don't think that women who have built themselves up just like men, like I said, women who are grounded in who they are and are accomplished, I don't think they're looking for those kind of men, just the way how a man isn't looking for that kind of woman. I think we are vetting men better now. Some of us, not all, again, not all, are vetting better. But if that's the case, and if it's lacking that on women and it's lacking that on men, and we've already identified the issue in the dating pool, then what's the solution?
I could tell you the solution.
Because every man isn't the same, every woman isn't the same. We got some great men out here. We got some great women. We got some, not so great women, not so great men. Like, since we've identified the problem, what's the solution?
I'm going to be honest with you. A man elevates his life, Shay. His goal is to find a woman that, in most cases, that's the complete opposite of him. If a man is a high earner, he's not like, hey, I need me a high earning woman. He, in most cases, wants a woman that is the complete opposite of him. Let me explain what that is. High earner usually want a very submissive, very attentive, good woman that's more family oriented, that's gonna be his balance for him, right? Here's the problem with the women. The women, they build themselves up, right? They get the money. They want a man that's superior to them. This is why most women are going to be single. As they elevate themselves, they feel like they're inclined to a better man because of what they have. And in most cases, most of them will never get that. And then what they say is, oh, they're insecure. No, you're not his balance. Why do you think a man will say, I would date a woman that work at McDonald's and a woman that run a Fortune 500? Because again, he's looking for his balance. I'm telling you, it is more healthy when a person finds something that's completely the opposite of them. A masculine energy needs a feminine energy. A masculine energy and a masculine energy, all they're gonna do is keep butting. A positive and a negative, that works. Two positives don't work. Two negatives don't work. It's just what it is. But again, when you say this, you know what? I don't care. I make 6 figures and my man better make 7 figures. I'm like, you sound slow. Because reality is that's not gonna happen. Most millionaire men are married. But the thing is, a lot of these women don't see you. You know what? I'm not saying you can't get a millionaire, but you're gonna have to build them up and build yourself up to a millionaire together. And that's more feasible and possible. But it's impossible for most women to go out in the dating world and see a millionaire who's gonna see value in them outside of sex. He doesn't see you past sex. Because you were not in the, we're gonna finish, so I'm gonna let you finish that line, John. You wasn't with me.
Shooting in the gym.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. That's how they think. What makes you my partner? But if me and you met and I'm at a level 0 and me and you work together and I get to a level 8, shit, every bit of me gonna see you as a partner and every bit of me gonna respect you. Because when I was in that gym working, you could have been at home cooking the meals up for me to come and recharge, and you was making that bed safe and that house warm and safe for me to come home to. I protected it, but you made it warm and safe for me. That man will always see value in that woman. Always gonna see value in that woman. There is no way he's gonna look at that woman and say, she is nothing to me. But that woman that came along for the journey, I already had my Maybach. I already had this, I already had this. You ain't no value. You just leeching.
So the woman, so I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying. So the woman who has built herself up the same way and sees herself in that way, she can't look at the partner that she wants to pick the same way and say, okay, well, we spoke earlier today when me and you had a conversation about that Pop the Balloon show and the guy who said, the doctor that was on there. And with this, that situation was a little different because the girl was like really young and he was saying to her, you're a liability for me. You wouldn't add any value to my life because what are you going to teach me? You can't do anything financially for me. You can't do anything intellectually. So I'm saying if I'm agreeing with what you said on the man's end, but flip it now on the woman's end, what's the difference? Everything you said just flipped on the woman's end. What's the difference if a woman says that?
When a woman builds, why do you feel you deserve even better than you?
Well, let's say she doesn't deserve even better.
But that's what they think, Shay.
Just a match.
Because
just someone to match her energy.
He's not going to be attracted to her because she is him. She is him. When he lays in the bed, he is not laying in the bed with a woman. He got to check if she has a vagina or a penis. He's not looking for that, Shay. He's looking for a woman that knows she has a vagina. He's looking for a woman that knows she's feminine. He's looking for a woman that's not trying to challenge masculinity. He's looking for a woman that's looking for what? Leadership, guidance. Who wants a man, because in one breath, you want this man to be willing to literally crash out for you, but in the same breath, you don't want him to lead you. I don't think that's a healthy aesthetic for a man. I think that's diabolical. If a man, she wants you to crash out for her, but she ain't letting you lead her, I think that's a bad deal. I think that man is dumb that signs up for that deal. I think that's a horrible sign up, right? That's like me going to war for America knowing they ain't gonna do nothing for me when I get home. That'll make no sense.
Someone said a successful woman is a man. To me, she's got the qualities of a man.
A lot of them do. Not all of them, Shay. Let me make sure I say this right, because I don't want people to think that just because a woman is successful, she's a man. I've met very strong, career-oriented women who are very feminine. Still go home, still cook, clean, still play. She'll still be the womanly duties in the house, right? Because a lot of times when you say things like, oh, because my man won't do it, a lot of men do not have that. I'm going to tell you something. A man will not nurture a home to the magnitude of what a woman will do. She looks at all the little aesthetics, the paintings and all those things. She, like, when you get the house, y'all make it up.
Turns it into a home.
And that's a reality, and that's our balance. A man will be on a blow-up mattress in a mansion. A woman will have furniture all around that thing. Now that mansion look good. But he looking at it like, okay, I got a mansion, but you ain't got no furniture. But he don't care, because that's how most men are like that. They don't care as much. But again, most men start caring about the furniture and all those things when they get women. If you notice, like a man, right, let's say he had a messy room. When I grew up, the first thing we did when I shorties was coming over was what? What? That room was spick and span. Changing sheets. What? You going crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I used to go to the 99-cent store and drop the joint. You know the joint that goes in the carpet? What? The best thing on
Not
earth.
the carpet powder.
Second thing, there's two cheat codes. One was a carpet thing that you pour into the carpet.
Carpet powder.
Yep. And the second one is Fabuloso. Whoever created Fabuloso is the GOAT. Fabuloso will have your house smelling like pine salt. It's pine salt
fabulous.
and Fabuloso. Those are the top two things that clearly you could use, and it drags out everything. But I'm just saying, as men, we were trying to get our balance. When our balance is more of a feminine woman, it's not a masculine woman. And women, they've misconstrued success with masculinity. They don't know how to understand the difference. A lot of women, they be like, well, I'm not, I'm like, you're very masculine. Very, and I'm like, within seconds, we can see it. But if you tell them, I'm like, rather than you do the work on yourself, if a woman tells me, yo, I think you need to step your game up, whether I say it or not to her, we're gonna go sit back in our own and lick our wounds. And when men start licking their wounds, they start healing their own trauma.
Right.
A man will lick his own wounds, maybe in his own space, in his own quietness. He go licks his wounds in his corner. And he realizes like, yo, I gotta lick my wounds, fam. I gotta fix this, right? But a woman, you can tell them every bit of what we do or don't want, and they still gonna fight it. That's narcissistic. Like they're telling you they're like that. They're telling you they don't want this. They're telling you that they don't respect this. They telling that all you care about is your money. And you still like, I'ma still be what I am. Then you mad that you're gonna pass away alone. When you chose it because you were not willing to work on yourself. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep listening because I feel like you have some men, right, that will make money. And I think there are some men that do remind women, not all, that they're the boss, they're the ones that pay the bills. I pay the bills in this house. I do this, I do that. So then when you have women now who get empowered and feel that they need to go out and make their own and not have someone speak to them in that way, or not have someone treat them like their property instead of a partner, not have someone make them feel like, you know what, this is a transactional relationship or marriage, then they get looked at as now you're what? Instead of being independent, now you're being too masculine. Like how many times does someone want to hear, because I'm sure you know some of those relationships where it's like, I'm the man in this house, I pay the bills, I do this, I do that.
I've heard it.
So then where do you,
I was like that at one
where
point.
does a woman take that balance? Now she wants to, now you have women that say, you know what, I don't want to ever be in a relationship like that. I don't want anyone to feel like they own me, where they could speak to me that way. So now I want to go out, get my education, get a job, better myself to the point where no man could take away from me. You know what? I didn't come in this relationship I'm not taking, because some of them, they wouldn't just throw you out, take your stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, let's speak to those women. What about them?
Shay, when my mother got mad, her favorite law was to remind everybody what she didn't do for them. When I got mad, Shay, I had to remind everybody what I didn't do for them. Where did I get that from? From my mother. Soon as my mother get mad, she reminds you that it is her house. Soon as my mom get mad, she reminds you can get the hell out. That's what I grew up seeing, and it took me years to work on not being like that because, again, I was taught it. So reality is, soon as you get mad, take everything away. Long as I'm happy, you can have everything. And look, they say that's my mom, but that's what you learn. And reality is, most cases, if you had a masculine man, and this is my theory, what I see, and then this is how you know. I'm gonna be honest with you. How you know a lot of women are very selfish, very selfish. And watch this: a man in a relationship, he gonna continue to do what he has to do even when he's mad at you. I can't stay in your face, but I'm still gonna do what I gotta do. I'm mad at you, but I still gotta handle my responsibility as a man. A woman in a relationship will get upset and neglect every bit of her responsibilities because of how she feel. Her feelings trump everything. I'm like, yo, you didn't pay the light bill? You paid the light bill. We about to be in the dark, idiot. You've been doing it for the last 10 years because you're mad today? Like that's to me how selfish that mentality has gotten onto these women. And I'm like, y'all gotta get these women from teaching y'all delusion and foolishness because you don't plan on breaking up with him. So why are you neglecting your responsibilities?